Hey, this is V.
Hi, this is Kay. How are you guys doing?
Today we're going to talk about moving to U.S., being a Canadian citizen. There are some challenges when it comes to certain kind of jobs, and I want to talk about few industries such as technology industry and healthcare, and there are some other industries as well where on a relative basis the demand is definitely more in the US.
Yeah, I totally agree. Even like with my experience, many Canadians decide to go work in US. So getting a TN visa, the process, you probably have seen so many other videos, but here we're talking about hands-on experience.
Yeah.
So maybe you can share how the process works and everything, V.
Yeah, I think you made a very good point because when I was looking on website and when I was looking at different videos, there is a lot of information around, what documents do we need, but there's very little or no information around what should be on those documents. I've personally gone through the process and I've been very successful, so I just want to share and maybe it could help some of you out there
Absolutely.
in obtaining the visa. So what I want to do is, I'm holding my papers that I presented real time. So what I did was I took the proof of employment, I
Okay.
took last 3 months paycheck, I took information around what my company does, and very important, I also took information around my company's financial statements as well. And also, since you may be working on a bigger company or a smaller boutique company, make sure that if you're working in, let's say, technology department, operations department, or procurement department, you also take a bit of information around a very specific business unit or uh, the stream that you work into. It is very important, and the resume everybody knows it's required as part of the list, and also the educational document. Make and also it's very obvious that we need to take
What do
our
you mean by educational documents? Is it like degrees and everything that you have to take? Like all the documents?
yeah. So there 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 are a lot of situations, since there are a lot of immigrants in Canada,
Yes.
people have overseas degree. Uh, Make sure that there's equivalency authorized certified document by third party who has dealt with the
Yes.
US consulate before, is attesting your degree that it is equivalent, for example, to 4 year degrees. In my case, it's 4 year
Perfect.
degrees in the United States. And also, I'm going to give you more color as we move forward in the process. So, the first document is really a cover letter explaining, what I will be doing in the U.S. And what category I'm going to fall into. And this letter is actually prepared for me by my company lawyers, and this has a lot of information around what we are trying to do, what is our objective, why my company is sending me over there, and what I will be doing. So that really covers everything in the cover letter. And also, in the cover letter, there is information around my company, kind of a very high level summary, what my company does, how long my company has been in the marketplace, because there could be a situation where a small recruitment company may be helping you a job in the US.
Okay.
So very important that you talk about uh, the company aspect as well, the summary of the company. And also very important in the cover letter, it should state what the role that you will be doing. So in this case, it really clearly defines the roles and responsibility and accountability that I would have when I would move to US. At the same time, the cover letter also describes about the degree, and again, this is kind of a cover letter. It gives high level summary, but again, there are a lot of supporting documents that I'll be going through where it really gives more details around it. Okay?
So the cover letter is not like one page; it's like few pages.
Yeah, yeah.
How many pages is yours, for example?
So mine is very detailed. It's 4 pages.
4 pages. So
Yeah.
it highlights all your responsibilities, what your experience has been, what
Correct.
you can contribute to the
Correct.
future company.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I know it's a marathon document, but
Yeah.
really more information that your company can provide or your agency can provide, it really helps you when you're seeing an officer, and it really helps him or her get the answers through the paperwork, which is more credible way of providing information.
And is it like a resume that you need, or like CV? CV is more detailed.
Right, and
So,
we're gonna get
yeah.
to that. You know, I'm gonna go, as I said, all the lists that I kind of iterated before, cover letter, and the next one that I had was like very detailed information about what company does.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I work for a big multinational organization that has a lot of businesses in different area. So it really helps them understand the background of the company, very high level detail, what company does, and so forth. And also talk about some of the projects they have done. And when I was talking with the officer, they were quite impressed with looking at some of the projects that the company rolled out. It kind of builds up a good foundation and credibility of a company when you're in front of the officer at the scrutiny, right?
Yeah.
And also what I included was, as part of my package, was company financial results as well.
Oh, okay.
It could be a touchy topic because when you're working for a very small boutique companies, the financial statements of the company may not be healthy. They may not want to disclose because it's just one-time transaction. But again, depends upon the situation. In my case, it's really helped me, build my case and go through kind of a cakewalk, smooth process, a journey. So in my case, the company provided their financial summary as well. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
I think that's a lot of good information that you've provided to our viewers, and I'm sure they'll have some comments and they will ask you questions,
Yeah.
which would be great. Anything else? Overall,
Yeah.
how was your experience?
The experience was awesome.
Even going to the officer,
I-
when you were well prepared, I guess you were very confident of.
Absolutely. I think that the confidence comes through the documentation, the data that you hold in your hand, and the data that you're going to hand over to the officers.
Absolutely.
And that's very critical. And at the beginning of the interview, you asked me about the resume.
Yes.
So in my case, my resume was very detailed.
Okay.
And I even listed some of the projects I did, which very well aligns with the company projects, in the company
Perfect.
section where we
Perfect.
provided,
Perfect.
what kind of
That's a good
projects they are
tip,
doing.
yeah.
So in my case, the experience matched quite a lot. And I would say 100%.
I think that's a key.
That's
I
a
think
key.
The key. Your
That's a key.
responsibilities, your experience,
Right.
the work projects you've worked on
Right.
should match up to the job that you're applying for.
Absolutely.
That is
Absolutely.
true, yeah.
And also, make sure if you have Canadian degree or if you have American degree, I think that's self-explanatory. But if you have a foreign, as I said, get the equivalency certificate from an authorized agency, because that's really, really a key to it. And also very important, if you have done some certifications in different area. In healthcare, there are certification. In constructions and technology industry, there are different certifications like PMP is there. If you're a technical expert in technology industry, there are a lot of training certificates. So make sure those certificates are there as part of your package as well, because I took them with me, and that kind of build a lot of the credibility as well. And when they were going through my paperwork, they were quite impressed, and literally I had very minimum questions. It was a very smooth journey. So your paperwork is a key.
Key.
It really builds a lot of credibility as you go.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Overall, I think V has summarized that your detailed paperwork will get you the TN visa. And we are here. If you have any questions, please do send us comments, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and gives us a thumbs up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.